Good morning, AHCP team. Welcome. Good morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Great little quote to start off our Monday. Always do your best. What you plant now will harvest later. Great quote. I love that one. But welcome, everybody. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Got some great content for you today. Again, my name is David with the AHCP team and want to talk about this week. Got a little tip of the week. We're going to go through some sales shout outs, and we're going to talk about 7 steps to close more sales as your everyone's sales season and whatever they're selling for product is in full swing. And want to just kind of talk about some great little tips on closing more sales. Our tip of the week, grassroots campaigning. So establishing your feet on the street. So a lot of you are part of local communities. It's a great time as any to start planting those seeds now to close more sales. If you have a local coffee shop, a lot of ones that are not chains typically work better for this. But put your like little sub shops, local establishments that you have a relationship with. Great to do a little business card display. Also a surprise and delight events. Those are also can be very successful where they let you may buy coffee, put like $50 down, whatever you're comfortable with, and buy coffee for folks for a little while and have a little setup there and partner with that business to talk about what you are selling and what you do. Also, workplace lunch areas, great place too. A lot of people are looking for what we do. If you ever, again, it's all about relationships, right? But have a booth and offer some assistance and provide your information. A lot of people may have, plan through their company, but they might have additional needs that you can assist with. So great little ideas for kind of thinking a little outside the box. All right. Without further ado, let's talk about some individual performances from last week. Golden Rule for short-term and pivot, limited medical golden rule, accident NHIC, dental UHC, and Medicare Aetna. For some individual performances, we have short-term Katia Santa Maria, Jacob Gordon, and Brandon Combs. Accident, Jeffrey Franzoni, I hope I pronounced that correctly, William Cox, and critical illness, Faith Cannon, William Cox. So great job, everybody. Nice job. Nice work. Want to talk again about just tips, as you're, wherever you are in your career here in insurance with AHCP, just good things. Some of these are going to be review. I'm well aware of that, but it's good to just start thinking about and being self-aware of some of these things that can really help you close more sales. Listening is, I put it as step 1 because it is always the most important. You don't learn when you're talking. Listening is the best way to learn about your client's needs. So asking open-ended questions. When in doubt, like if you don't have a good planted, if you're new in the end, relatively new, or if you just don't really have any good additional follow-up questions, one that really works well when in doubt is just say, tell me more about that. Tell me more about what you're talking about, and just keep your client talking so you can really understand what their true needs are. More importantly, though, is listening to their response instead of just like having a response already planted. You probably all know what I'm talking about, where you hear one little thing they say and you have a response that's planted, meaning that you want to say it, but you're kind of waiting for them to stop talking. I would really try to challenge you to refrain from doing that and just keep listening. So you might learn more from what they're going to say in their next statement instead of just planning your response. Also, just really getting to the point of understanding their needs, like really trying to understand their situation. I always like to say, put yourself in their shoes. From what you know about them, what would be the best thing to do in their situation? So listening, again, very important. Really do practice your active listening. Another big one here, and again, remember, we're selling a solution to a problem. We're not selling cars. We're not selling a physical, tangible product that they're gonna sit there and just use every day. We're selling a solution to a problem or real true need they have. I like this term here is, instead of just vomiting information or product dumping, really understand what the needs and what the solution is best for them long term and why. Again, a lot of us in sales and insurance sales really think about, getting the most commission up front, but sometimes sometimes you got to take a back seat to that and just really think of what are their needs now and over your short-term commission, what is the best possible solution? Because, that big commission now and you don't get that person giving you referrals or getting more stuff later is not as useful as really helping us provide a great long-term solution for them and getting them to talk about you, recommend you to friends, buy more stuff from you down the road. So really just always think about your clients, be a partner for them, right? Be an advocate for them and really just get them what they actually need. And really give them those. We'll talk about a couple options for that here shortly. But yeah, long-term customers produce a lot more business and referrals than, that short one hit. And yeah, and really speaks to this. If you are able to solve their problem, it will absolutely reap long-term, I call it fruit, but rewards. Step 3, the power of stories. I mean, nothing is more impactful than talking. I mean, a lot of you have been in the industry a long time and have lots of success stories and testimonials. These are huge, especially for when you're talking about a product that a customer can use that they don't maybe understand that well. Talk about a situation, and if you don't have one, use one that someone else has had. Situations where someone used maybe even a critical illness plan, how they got money, they came out ahead and just really helped make whatever that situation may be, where it made a really bad situation not nearly as bad based on you really taking care of them. Also offer to have them call one of your clients. I mean, nothing's better than having your clients advocate for you, right? So if you have a couple really good clients that you've done a great job, long-term clients, I mean, say, hey, call Johnny here. He'll tell you how this product has worked for him. Telling stories is, again, a lot more effective than talking about when you're talking about your products, but just about them just talking about what a product is. Okay. So yes, telling the stories. Because again, we're not just selling a shiny car here that people can see it for themselves. They may need that story to really put themselves in the situation that the other person was in and how it could impact them. I love this one. Maybe I should have put this earlier. I don't know, but limit your offer to a few good options. When people are overwhelmed with options, they will tend to provide an objection or more objections, or will have a much harder time making a decision. So really do what's best for them, right? Here's what I would do in this situation. I love this came from someone at another agency, but they always do a good, better, and best option. Actually, the people who do my landscaping for me also do this, and I really like it because it really shows the additional value built in these other options that obviously as you go further up the ladder, it may cost a little bit more, but it talks about the benefits they get. And it leaves it with 3 options. So here I'm not sitting with 9 different options that I had to try to figure out. And let's be real, insurance can be confusing to people that aren't in it. So really, again, provide 2 to 3 options at most. And also kind of going back to that previous slide, tell a story about a past client that's using one of these options and how it's working for them. Again, power of storytelling. All right, here we go. Highlight the value to justify the price, right? In today's world, price is very important to people, more and more every single day. So you really want to explain the why why you're recommending a certain solution for their needs. And always just don't talk about things that are just not maybe they're features of a plan. Really talk about them as benefits. You're going to get this. This is going to cover this. And I also love the what's in it for them. Always speak when you're explaining a product, what is in it for the client when they get that. Very, very important. Also, again, talk about closing. This one's more into the closing side of things, but asking the right questions can lead to them closing themselves. I love this one. This one's great, but don't use generic questions, right? Ask the right ones. Would you agree this would improve your situation? Let them pretty much say, yeah, I would. It's a trial close question. Wouldn't you agree this is what you're looking for? That way they can't really steer their objections, not gonna have a lot of power, because you can say, well, you said that this is what you're looking for. It's really hard for folks to say no when they talk themselves into it for themselves. Also really key, I mean, should red highlight this. When you're having these conversations, make sure the decision maker is at the meeting. So if you're meeting with a family, make sure you find out how they make a decision and make sure they're all at that meeting. That's very, very important when going through this. Step 7, summarizing previously agreed upon points. Yeah, make sure to review all notes and make sure your solution meets all their needs, right? Always important to predict potential objections. That way you can cover that even before it becomes an objection. So you already overcame that. Because objections can shoot down a sale. So pay very close attention to the hesitations and why it's a hesitation for them. You know, if it's price, you can talk about price. That's important, right? If you know it's going to come up, you know, don't wait for it to come around the corner at you. Hit it dead on. So very important stuff. I hope this stuff was helpful for everybody today. And I hope you all have a great week this week. If you need anything, we're available at training at ahcpsales.com. Or you can call agency services at 877-228-8773. My name is David Remersman. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much.